Jane Garvey. I'm here with Peter Trenaman of Group Support. How are you, Peter?
Excuse the lurgy, I'm okay. This is what
right.
Zoom's for, so we don't have to share bugs. It's great.
We'll talk about bugs, so we'll move on to IT.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Nice segue, yeah.
So what we're going to talk about today is a really fascinating topic around what you don't know about the cloud. Right? Now, we don't know anything about the cloud. We just know it's up there and people are looking after it and the whole world is hunky-dory.
That's it.
And so I'm just going to chat with you about it. So Peter, you're going to share with us only three things we don't know about the cloud. Over to you.
Okay, so you started off with saying it's fascinating. Well, let's just go straight to the point. It's nerdy. And it gets pretty hard. It's like lifting the bonnet off your car. You've got this lovely paintwork, it's nice color and all that sort of stuff. You lift it up and there's all this gunk underneath. And that's what we're talking about, is the gunk underneath. Okay, it makes it work. Okay, so three things. The first is you put all this data up there and you type the data in, and let's use a CRM for a classic example. And you put all your names in there and addresses and details. How secure is that? Is someone able to get it? Is someone able to access it? What happens if someone tries to get into the database that it's been held on? Now, is the database that your information is on separate to the information that my data is on? If I'm using the same CRM, is our data sitting next to each other, or is it separate? Okay, or is it interwoven and there's a filter? I don't know. It's a question to ask. How secure is your data there?
So what you're saying there is my database could just be like I've never even thought about that. It's just a search query on a bigger database. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Obviously, it is now I think about it, but hey, all right. So
if you've got really sensitive data, okay, or really sensitive information, okay, and it could be as minor as dates of birth and like living home addresses, or it could be something more like a passport number or expiry date. I don't know. Anyway, it's a question to ask, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's a question to ask.
So number one,
the second thing is, when the data is sent to you, is it secure? So is it secure at rest while it's in the database? So can someone access it? Is the data able to be stolen as a database? And if they're going to get the database, are they going to get everybody's or just yours? And then when the data is being sent to you, say, for instance, with a download or an email or a query on the web when it's sending you the information on your screen, or when you're using an app on your device, is it sending between you and the database? Is that secure? Now, if it's using HTTPS, most of the time it is. But once again, it's a question to ask. And you must always be aware of what's happening, because if I'm sending stuff to you and someone, and I don't want Dean to see it, for instance, and he can see it as it drives, goes past his window, figuratively, then that's a security risk.
Does that also work like if hackers, is that something that they're going to look out for? Like they're looking for packets of data as it's being sent? All right. Might need to put this in a document for us, Peter. Put on no questions to ask.
Okay. The questions are going to be this big. Yeah, that's right. and then the other part of all this, okay, is the data that you've got up there, the information, the list of names and addresses and stuff. Are you the only person that's using it? Is the company that you've put the data in, are they harvesting it in some way? Are they making money from the metadata? Are they getting analytical results from saying how many women live in Wembley? How many men on your database are over 50? Are they getting all that sort of information? I don't know. It's a question to ask. And people go, oh, well, it's just a web page. I just log in and it's all good. I pay $2 a month for it. Now, generally, the less you pay, the less security there is. Or you're giving away rights for them to do something else. And some well-known major vendors are known for that activity.
Wow.
And they put it into clause 27 of a 50-page end user license agreement that you go scroll to the bottom, click.
Yeah.
Because you can't be bothered reading it.
Yeah.
So you've never done that, I know. Someone like you is
No,
professional. And
Come on, Peter, have you never
done it either. We all do it. So the idea is that and then, with all of that, if you have an argument about something and you want to debate something, can you retrieve that data out of there and get out of the database, out of the vendor? Can you leave? How much will it cost you to download? Now, there's some vendors, some CRM providers that'll charge you $90, $100 in order to get all your data out, or 90 times multiples. But it's your data, so why, and then we go to backups and
what did you say?
I said, and then we go to things like backups and how you're restoring your data for business continuity. If you have a malicious staff member or you have a brain fade for a month, what are you doing? How can you recover your sanity and your business then? They're questions to ask. They're things that are just glossed over because we want pretty, we want easy, we want cheap.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't even have to be pretty easy or cheap either. Ours is not pretty easy or cheap. And it's, you don't realize these things until you need it. We think we can get all our data out. Well, we can, table by table, but anything relational, we can't.
That's it.
It's all coded and hidden in the back end. Like, we cannot get a relational database out. Well, now you're stuck. So yeah, these things I did not ask before going into that software either. So
so there are still advantages, and some of the big companies use on-premise databases for that reason, because then they have the access to the data. It is their data. They know where it is. They know what's doing it with it. They know what's secure, and they can access it in any way, shape, or form they like at any time. So they're questions to ask. I'm not saying anything right or wrong. I'm just saying they're questions to ask and be aware of. That's it.
They absolutely are. Peter Trenaman from Group Support, sharing with us what we don't know about the cloud. Thank you very much, Peter. See you again.
Thanks, Lorraine. Talk to you soon.